Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you had an amazing holiday time and I wish you a happy new year. Today I want to talk about my personal goals for the new year. I don't know how it was for you, but 2018 was crazy intense. I learned a lot, I failed a lot, I certainly had a very exciting year, and I also accomplished a lot of things, personal things, but there are still, of course, some aspects of my life that, you know, I want to improve, I want to get back on track and stuff like that, so that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we get started, I want to address just a couple of things real quick. So first things first, I would like to start the new year with a big thank you to you guys. Starting a YouTube channel of my own and creating content is a huge deal for me, as everyone who knows me personally will know. And I admit that I totally still have to cringe whenever I see my own videos or whenever I do this sitting in front of a camera and talking. And that is why all the support and the great feedback of you guys really means the world to me. So yeah, I just really hope that we will have another amazing year together in 2019 with hopefully a lot of new subscribers, of course. And having said that, if you are new here and you like what I do, please don't forget to support, to hit that notification bell, to like and to subscribe, and always feel free to leave me a comment below. Another thing that I want to address is my new hair. Do you like it? So in the past week, I just basically figured that I want to get rid of my extensions and I want to cut my hair. So I didn't really have a lot of extensions in there. I had 9 tape-ins that were just there to, you know, fill in what I already have, which is not a lot, I know, and to make my hair a little bit more dense and to give it a little bit more volume. But those extensions, they never really worked for me. I always found that handling them was a little bit too much of a hassle for me personally, and also especially now in the winter months when you have to wear a lot of scarves and there's wind blowing through your hair. I always thought, oh my god, everyone sees these ugly tape-ins. I also just didn't want to add any more damage to my hair, so I just ended up taking them out myself, and then I also cut my hair. And since I have very fine and thin hair, there isn't so much that I can do wrong with it, in my opinion. So I think I don't look like a total mental person. I can get away with this cut for a little bit more time. And also one of the reasons why I did all of that myself is that I was just super annoyed to being so dependent on a hairdresser because of the extensions. And I really didn't enjoy, having to go to the hairdresser every couple of months or every other month, having to spend a lot of money on my hair constantly. So as much as I love the look of having more hair, especially in the summer, I wanted to go back to a little bit more of a natural look, to feel more like myself again, and also cut down on my hairdresser costs for a bit. And the last announcement that I really just want to make quickly before we jump right into the actual video is, starting in a few weeks' time, I will be traveling a lot for work. So I might not be able to post or upload as many videos and as much content as I used to during those couple of months. So I will still strive to upload at least one video per week. Most likely that will be Sundays. If I manage to load up a second video as well, that will be kind of a little bonus. So yeah, just that you know that. Now that we have all the formalities aside, let's jump into my personal goals for 2019. So I actually planned to shoot this video way earlier, but I figured that I wanted to give myself a little bit more time to do some research and to really reflect and define what I really want to achieve in the next year. Because it is so easy, and we all know it, and we all have been there, where we, set up a huge pound of goals that are way too much, way too unachievable and unrealistic, and we just set ourselves up for failing anyway. And this is really something that I wanted to avoid this year, so I took a little bit more days to do that. Also, I prepared for this video watching a Valeria Lipovetsky video. I will link it down below. Shout out to Valeria. I followed her advice that she gives on how to actually create and formulate your personal New Year's goals so that they are actually realistic and achievable for you. So that is what I did, and I absolutely trust Valeria with this because that girl has figured out a lot of stuff. So my first goal for 2019 is something that I struggled with word-wise, because I didn't want to make it call be optimistic and stay positive, because it's just super random, and that is also just not how life works, right? And actually in Valeria's video, she called exactly that goal the no rain, no flowers mentality. So I will just adapt this title for this particular goal here. And what I mean by this is that I just don't want to let myself get demotivated or frustrated as quickly as I used to. As I already mentioned, 2018 was a pretty intense year for me. I was building my own business, and if you ever did that, even if you're just a freelancer, building your own business is a crazy process, especially within the first year. And what a lot of like girl bossy platforms out there never really tell you is that it's freaking terrifying and that it sometimes shakes you, your views, your values to the bone. And I totally felt like that a million times during this year. But rather than being frustrated and demotivated, I really rather want to grow a mindset where I embrace all these downtimes and all the struggles that I just have, and as you know, that we just have as human beings, and rather embrace these as a part of the process, so that I actually can focus on the bigger picture, which ultimately is that every single experience, doesn't matter if it's a negative one or a positive one, is an opportunity for me to grow as a human being, and that it also can be a chance to bring me closer to my goal if I let it. So yeah, that would be my goal number one, a no rain, no flowers mentality to adapt. My goal number two would be better with money. So in the past year, I really had to work on shifting my mindset from thinking about money and treating money from the perspective of a normal employee, which in Germany basically means that you don't really have to care about a lot of things because your employer takes care of a lot of stuff like your taxes, your health insurance and other things. So that the money that you actually receive on your bank account at the end of every month is literally your money that you can do with whatever you want. But if you're owning your own business or if you're working as a freelancer, as I do now, you really have to manage and budget your money very differently, because you are responsible for all your insurances, for all your taxes, of course, for reinvesting into your own business, which is something that is very important. So what you have on your bank account is not what you can just, throw around. So to keep it short, I was always more of a spender. I always enjoy to indulge because I always worked very hard for my money. I still have to further develop a more strategic and grown-up approach to my money and to how I manage it. And for me, actually, savings are like the huge and biggest part of it, because I don't just have to, but I also actually want to create more financial independence for myself, and that is ultimately something that I want to achieve with saving in a consistent way. Goal number 3 would be to travel to at least one new place that I haven't been to before. So as much as I love fashion and shopping and eating out and having a nice lifestyle, who doesn't like that? I am also someone who frequently needs new impulses in order to stay inspired and motivated and just on top of my game. And I experienced that traveling really has a huge impact on my inner happiness, and it really brings me a lot of joy, a lot of inspiration. That is why I'm planning several short trips to some places that I already know and very like, but also I will attempt at least one trip to a city or like a place in general where I never have been to. I'm still deciding which place that will be. If you have any tips and advice for this one, please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, as soon as I have decided on that, I will let you know. My next goal for the new year is the total cliche. I know, it's a healthier and more active lifestyle. So working out frequently and eating very healthy used to be super important parts of my life and my daily routine that I just very much enjoyed. And that also gave me a lot of motivation, energy and confidence in my daily life. But especially during the past 2 years, due to several reasons, I kind of lost that way and that balance in my life, and I really struggled to get back into that very healthy and content mental state that I was in before that. So in 2019, I really want to slowly but steadily work my way back into my happy place. And in the past, I had several attempts of, getting back to that routine of eating healthy, enjoying to work out, etc. But I totally mismanaged that. I always overwhelmed myself. I thought I have to work out every single day. I ate super restrictive, which of course didn't work out. So this time I really want to learn from that, and I want to, set slow, steady and realistic goals in order to recreate that healthy lifestyle again. So for example, I want to, set me a goal of drinking 1 smoothie every day for 1 month, and then working out 2 times a week, and then building up on that step by step. Also, of course, giving me the chance to always adjust and to find new things or other things that might work better for myself. As we all know, consistency is the absolute key to a healthy and active lifestyle, and this is exactly the thing that I really want to work on, which is the consistency to, rather than working out and eating well in waves of motivation, I want to create a consistent way of creating a healthier and more active lifestyle again for myself. And my last goal is a fashion-related goal, and it is buy more secondhand. So as you know, I talk a lot about, more smarter, sustainable and mindful ways of shopping and consuming fashion. And I already improved my personal shopping behavior a lot during the past year. For example, I rarely bought anything fast fashion. I think when I count down the pieces, would be around 5 pieces in total that I bought from Zara or H&M within the whole year of 2018, which I am proud of at this point. And I also focused more on supporting local designers or small designers and concept stores that I have here in my hometown. And as my next step, I would also like to improve the way how I consume luxury fashion, because the ready-to-wear luxury fashion that we know today is a mass product as well. Due to, online shopping and the globalization just in general, luxury brands had to amp up their own production drastically within the past 20 years. And therefore, 2 aspects have to suffer: the quality of the individual product and the ethical production. So I'm not saying this counts for each and every luxury brand out there. I just want to point out a tendency and to make my personal shopping behavior a little bit more sustainable, more mindful and more climate friendly. I would like to buy more high-end luxury stuff on the pre-loved market, for example on Valeria Collective. Of course, there will always be some special items that I will still purchase brand new from the store, but I think in general I just want to become more aware of the fact that a lot of pieces can be bought secondhand in a perfect state. And I think if I need something like a Balenciaga hoodie in my life, which is such a basic cotton piece that is ridiculously overpriced, obviously, I don't think that I have to go to the store and buy it there for the brand new price. I can rather buy this from Valeria Collective or whatever pre-loved market out there without having the impression that I lost anything. So that is it for today's video. These are my personal goals for the new year. By the end of 2019, I will sit down and re-watch this particular video and I will react on it, and we will see together which of my goals I actually managed to achieve. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!